All right, this is for the out there that say I'm a bad influence on the youth. Yeah? What have you done lately besides pointing your finger and bitch and moan about people? How about this? Try this, princess. Yeah, how about this, you Gen Xers and boomers? How about try do something instead of bitching and moaning and demanding respect like some idiot child?
Well, folks, here we go. Today, we're going to be talking about a pretty crazy dude. It's another random guy that I found on TikTok. See, I was just scrolling through my For You page, and this dude who goes by the name Beast Mode 420 showed up. And somebody was asking him, why doesn't he save his money that he spends on carts to instead buy food? And in reply to that person, he says, I have EBT. Why would I do that? And I'm like, this guy's nuts, right? There's no way that this is a real person. He must be playing a character. So I went on that page, and it's just filled with this dude walking around random places and hitting his cart, taking blinkers everywhere. He just walks around. It never seemed like he was in a home. And I also saw a few videos that really caught my attention because it seemed like this dude was chilling with a bunch of minors, like a bunch of teenagers. And this dude isn't just chilling with them. I mean, that would be weird, yeah, but that's not all he's doing. He's sitting there and he's partaking in these vape pens with them, these Muha pens. If you don't know what a Muha is, it's basically this vape cartridge that doesn't have nicotine in it. It has more than that. It has something that, gets you high, basically. So he's sitting here and he's doing this stuff with these children that are his supposed fans. He calls them fans just like all the other lolcows do, right? When, people start meeting him out in public, they're like, oh yeah, I met my fans. And in reality, it's just a bunch of people that are trying to mess with them, right? But in this guy's case, it's a bunch of teenagers who are trying to hit his vape pen and they're trying to trade with each other. He has fans that are giving him some. And I mean, in Muha's case, a lot of these vape pens are counterfeit. If they're coming off the streets, they're for sure counterfeit. I don't know where he gets his personally from, but I know that if you're taking them from these children, it's probably not a real vape pen. But that's besides the point. The main issue is that this dude's just walking among the public. He's just chilling out. He can go anywhere. He can be anywhere right now, wherever he lives. And if there's minors around that watch his videos, he's going to be chilling with them and partaking in these substances with them, which probably would make their parents pretty upset. I'm sure these kids' parents don't want them, smoking these counterfeit vapes with this dude. It's also just straight up illegal. I mean, yeah, is legal in California. I don't know if it's legal wherever he is. He talks about going to dispensaries sometimes, so I assume it is. But either way, it's illegal for a minor to be smoking these substances. You can look it up. It's illegal. It doesn't matter where it's legal. If a minor is partaking in these, then that instantly makes it illegal. A minor shouldn't be smoking this stuff. You shouldn't be encouraging that. So to start off this video, I wanted to look at that first TikTok I found where he's speaking about his EBT. And then I also wanted to look at a few of those videos where he's saying anybody can join no matter their age, and how he doesn't care if people join that are under 18 because, anybody can join the Muha clan or the Muha club or whatever. This guy is 45 years old, by the way, and, he's just sitting here partaking in these vape pens with a bunch of minors thinking that he's cool, saying anybody can join. You know how problematic that is? You're saying that a bunch of minors can, smoke vapes with you? Are you crazy?
Why would I want to waste my money on food? I have an EBT card. Gotta save my money for more carts, more Muhas. Oh, I see what's going on here. You're like one of those guys that was like, uh-oh, grown-ass man around underage kids. There's always somebody trying to make it weird. Good question. Yes. Man, I had no clue how popular I was in the high schools out there. I feel like I need a movie deal now. Who wants to see me in a movie? Hey, these questions are hilarious. These are traps, but I don't care. I hated school. I hated high school. Even though I was kind of popular, I still hated it. Well, my maturity level is probably about 16, but my actual age, 45.
I mean, this shit is highly concerning, y'all. This dude makes it very clear that he wants younger people to be joining his Muha mafia. He said that he doesn't care about age. He says that people that are under 18 are allowed to join. And then when somebody questions him for partaking in these substances with high schoolers, he says that, of course, somebody has to make it weird. You know, people always got to make it weird when an older person hangs out with younger people. It's like, come on, dude. You know that that can be weird in a certain context. It's really simple to understand that certain adults shouldn't be hanging out with minors, especially some random homeless TikToker. But you put all that aside, and then you look at the fact that you're straight up partaking in these substances with them, you're using vape pens with them, doing something that's obviously illegal. Of course, people are going to question you about that. It has nothing to do with people trying to make it weird. It has to do with you making it weird by doing these substances with these minors and telling them that they can come meet you in these malls. And really what it boils down to is this guy wanting to feel younger than he is. That's the reason why he hangs out with these individuals that are in high school. It's because he wants to come across as like the cool old person. You'll see later in some of the clips that I show you that this dude loves to talk about older people. He loves to talk about Gen X and boomers when realistically he's 45 years old. So he is indeed a Gen X. But before we get into all that, first, let's talk about how Beast Mode 420 got here, or as I like to call him, the Muha man. So the Muha man is just some homeless dude who makes TikToks. He had another account that was like his original page, but then he moved to this Beast Mode 420 account because he kept getting violations on TikTok. Well, eventually he worked up this account and he got it up really big, and then his other account got banned like he thought it would. So that made his Beast Mode 420 account his main account, and he started posting on there and his videos gained a cool amount of traction. I'm sure some of y'all can guess it, but a few of you guys might be wondering how this dude got banned. And basically, he likes to show off his paraphernalia. So he had bought some stuff from a dispensary and then started showing it off on TikTok, which is obviously against TOS. So here's homie talking about the creation of this Beast Mode 420 account, as well as talking about him inevitably getting banned from his original account.
Yeah, I ended up making another account. This is what happens with me. My accounts get banned. It's the content. You know, I go off on rants, piss people off. It's just how it goes. So this is another account. So please follow. And it might be dormant for a little bit just because I'll have more attention on the other account, but as soon as something happens to that one, I'll come to this one, you know, and then I'll make another account and we'll just keep on going. We'll just keep on going because this is how it is with me. I just have to keep on making new accounts because they just keep getting banned. Thank you everybody for following this page. It's a brand new page, obviously. The other one is, I have a tendency to troll my own trolls. And when you say, or you can say stupid and idiot, but the second you text it in a comment, it could get hit. So I just been getting hit on stupid stuff. So thank you. I'll be using this account soon. I kind of like the name Too High, or High and Happy too. I think that's pretty decent. What do you guys think? It's okay, man. This is what happens when you have content that I have. It will get flagged every time. Most people don't flag it, but my haters will flag it. And when I troll people back, I troll my trolls, this is how they get me back. It just happens, you know, I piss people off. This is how they get me back. So I gotta start new accounts. I mean, I try to start the new account before the other one gets too fucked. But I kind of like it how people are doing that with their cars. At first I was like, it's annoying, but now I'm like, hey, it's kind of cool. But yeah, I might be starting another one. Who knows? Well, it happened again. Man, that was a good account too. It's tough. It's tough taking a hit like this. To let you know that it was mostly my fault. I mean, I've had people rat me out, but most of it is just I want to post and let you guys see what I'm doing. But TikTok is like, no, you're banned. Yes, it did. It was a good account too. It was rolling. It was moving right along, man. It was moving right along. You know, the last post that got hit was my fault too. I mean, I do have my haters, but then I want to show you guys what's going on. You know, I want to show you what I'm buying. I want to show you what I'm hitting. But TikTok's like, no, you can't do that. You can't. And so here I have a killer account that got banned. But you know what? We're gonna start over here. This already has some hits, this account. But we're gonna start here again. And I'm gonna start another account.
Now, I already mentioned something about this earlier, but in case you missed it, homie is always outside. And you might be wondering, why is this dude always outside? He's never in a building. And if he is in a building, it's a public area. Well, that's because this dude is homeless. Now, if you asked Muha man himself why he was homeless, he would tell you that it's basically by choice. He's doing it because he's trying it out and he just wants to see how it is. It's not like he had a failed business. He didn't lose his job. He's not down on his luck. According to him, he just thought it would be a cool idea to be homeless and not have a job anymore. This has sort of become one of the main themes of his channel because it's quite obvious that he doesn't have a home, and people are very interested in how that process goes because they're like, how does this dude survive? You know, he doesn't look that bad. Like, he has pretty good hygiene for a homeless person. That's one thing he does have, but he lets everybody know his secrets. He tells everybody how it is. And basically, according to him, it's like everybody's stuck up, but at the same time, he's better than everybody else. He simultaneously has videos where he's talking about how people could be stuck up because he's homeless, while also having videos where he's talking about how he's not like other homeless people and other homeless people suck and like he's different. He's actually respectful and responsible and he's a cool guy, whereas all the other homeless people are grifters. They aren't really homeless people. They aren't true representatives of the homeless community. And it's like, dude, there's homeless people that are way better than you are. You literally sit there all day and smoke carts with a bunch of teenagers. And you're trying to sit here and act like you're better than anybody else. You're not, dog, just because you can do a few push-ups. I will give you one thing though. You got pretty good hygiene for a homeless person, so at least you got that going for you. Either way, let's check out these videos of this dude talking about being homeless because it really gives you guys a good idea of his psyche, how he acts, how he thinks, and ultimately how his life is on the streets.
People are always asking me how I make my money on the streets, and I really don't need to fucking make any money, really. My bills are about $30 a month to maintain my situation so I could have a hot shower, have a place to shave and shit, and fucking I have a locker to put all my shit in it so I don't have to carry it around all day. It's called a gym membership. But if I really need money, I go and sell my plasma. You get a decent amount of money for selling your plasma. But usually I don't need that much money because I don't have a lot of vices. And so, like I said, I don't need money. or that much. Everybody keeps asking me how I get money without a job. And I keep saying I sell my plasma, or Cash App, or what people give me. I do work a side job, but the guy calls me like 3 or 4 times a month. But it's enough. I make 40 bucks here, 60, 100, so that keeps me going because I only need 30 bucks a month to maintain my situation. Seems like every park I go to has a mob of people that think they own the park. And whenever I come to a place frequently, they notice me. I mean, it's routine. People notice you when you go to the same spot over and over. So they came up to me and asked me, what my deal was, and I told them, hey, I'm homeless and I don't want to work. And they were like, they thought that I'm wasting my life because I'm not working. I mean, people can't understand that I don't want to work. They're like, why don't you go get a temporary job? Why don't you do this? Why? I'm like, I don't want to work. What don't you fucking understand? And then they're like, well, why are you just wasting your life then? I'm like, why are you wasting your life working and paying bills? It's this endless stupidity that people just think you have to be working. And if you're not working, then you're wasting your life. I think it's stupid, to be honest with you. Yeah, the lady that was talking to me, she was a boomer, of course. She was trying to, shame me. Be a mother and shame me. Be like, you need to go back to work, basically. And I'm like, I basically said, fuck you, without saying it. I'm still respectful to you boomers. I don't know why. You guys are a bunch of fucking assholes, but I gotta respect my elders, for a minute until I realize you're just some asshole boomer, just throwing your weight around. But at that moment, I didn't realize that woman was being an asshole. But yeah, she was trying to shame me. And I was like, no, I don't feel like working. I don't care if you think I have to work. I don't fucking feel like working. I'm completely capable of working, and I'm not gonna work. So whatever you say isn't gonna make me go, oh, well, I'm gonna go look for a job tomorrow because what you said it hurt. It hit me deep. People are delusional. The thing with me is that, I'm homeless because I'm, testing it, I'm not out here because, I had a bad divorce or, my business fell under, and I'm on the streets. Some people think that I chose to do this. I was prepared, and now winter's hit, which I was been prepared for, and I know what the options are out there, but right now I'm just kind of testing it, and I'm good for now. Well, today is officially 7 months out on the streets. Yay. Usually when every month I say something or tell you guys what I've learned, and it's been basically the same thing, that people are just arrogant douchebags that think they can say whatever the hell they want to me because I'm homeless. But the second I say something back, their jaw drops to the ground because they can't believe some homeless person just talked down to them. But it's all good because I love it. I look for it. I bring it onto myself. That's what I do. That's my MO, is to look for these arrogant douchebags and just throw their shit right back at them and just watch their jaw drop, hit the ground. It amazes me how pathetic the homeless are. And you're like, hey, you're homeless. No, just because I'm homeless doesn't mean I represent all the other homeless. And all the other homeless don't represent me. So stop profiling, you fucking douchebag. But the thing is that the homeless, like, remind me of somebody that's going camping or backpacking, and they just forget everything. And then they run around telling everybody, going, oh, I forgot my sleeping bag. I don't even have any food. And be like, dude, you're backpacking. You're supposed to bring all that stuff. They're like, oh, I don't have anything. That's exactly what it reminds me of. I mean, they don't even have toilet paper. I mean, they don't even have a can opener. I mean, what the fuck are you doing? And then you do a bunch of drugs and then you think you're cool? The fuck?
All right, folks, now it's time to talk about this dude's ranting, or his venting as he calls it. Basically, this guy, every night, he would go under his covers or go under his sleeping bag, and he would pull out his phone and start ranting about the shit that pissed him off throughout the day. And it was pretty crazy, like, he really got into it. Most of the time, these videos focused on his hatred towards boomers, and also like how much he despised people that were prudes, as he called them. He would basically use this time to outlet all his frustrations towards every single person that wronged him, or that he seemed to think wronged him, right? He would be very vague about it, but you can tell that like there was some kind of direct situation that made him talk about these things. I'm going to try my best to censor out most of this, but I'm going to leave a little bit of fucks here and there, but it's like I can't leave every single one in because YouTube has a rule against excessive cursing. So if this guy curses too much, then my video is just going to get yellowed. I've already had a couple in this video and I don't want to risk it. So I'm going to try to basically bleep out each one I can hear, but if I miss one, I'm just going to let it go. It doesn't really matter. I mean, when I say this dude gets into his rants, I really mean it. He's just truly a lolcow, man. He reminds me of Tony Chase sometimes, the way that he gets into these rants. He just loves to like curse people out. He loves to get really angry. He says that if he sees these people on the streets that he just like says fuck you and there's a huge yelling match. Like, he reminds me of Tony Chase, the way he looks and his anger, but it's like the things that he talks about are just too coherent, right? He definitely comes off as like delusional and crazy in some aspects, but he's coherent enough that you can follow his dialogue and you can understand what he's trying to say. It's not like homie is sitting here talking about a fake pizza place he runs, or talking about how the government man is trying to zap his cat with satellites and shit. This dude actually talks about real shit that happened in his day-to-day, but he just gets really intense about it, and he has these like really weird delusional thoughts that focus on these vain aspects. He definitely has some kind of like mental disorder, but it's not schizophrenia, that's for sure. It's just definitely not normal that this dude would get mad at these mundane things, right? He gets like really aggressively angry at these small little things that he should just be able to brush off and get over. But no, he has to whip out his camera in the middle of the night and start ranting to his phone. It's really weird. You guys heard him explain earlier that this was the reason why he got banned from his last account. He just whips out his phone and starts talking and doesn't think about what he's saying, and that gets him into trouble. So I can definitely see some like heavy trolling in this guy's future. It would probably be really easy to piss this guy off, and then he'd probably whip out his phone in the middle of the night, just like he's doing here, and start ranting about you, you know what I mean? So this guy's just fueling that kind of mentality where people are going to come to his account and they're going to try to bug him just to get him to make some kind of stupid video about them.
I swear to fucking Christ, every fucking boomer I come across that's bitching about their stupid fucking life and how shitty the younger generations are, I'm going to give them something to cry about. These old fucks are getting away with their bullshit for too long. And you know who's kissing their ass? You dumb shits who are fucking laughing at their stupid jokes, trying to be nice. All you're doing is spoiling this fucking idiot. That boomer piece of shit thinks they're hot shit because they're making you laugh. But all you're doing is, trying to be nice. Stop trying to be nice to these fucking douchebags. They don't deserve shit. Boomers are shit. They were shit when they were young, and now they're shit when they're old. They're whiny pieces of shit, and I will with all of them. These boomer idiots out there think they're tough. I'll put that to the test. You boomers are nothing. You guys are a bunch of pussies in your old age. Nothing. I can almost hear one of you idiot fucking boomers say, well, wait until it happens to you. Dude, of course I'm gonna get older, but I'm not gonna turn into one of you fucking suckers, that's for sure. Old piece of shit. Man, I'm fucking sick of all this passive aggressive bullshit. All smiles and then talk shit behind somebody's back. You suckers are getting away with your bullshit for way too long. I'm just gonna start punching motherfuckers. Fuck it. Felony. Start stacking up the fucking felony charges. Fuck it. There's too many fucking douchebags out there getting away with their petty bullshit. They need a good thumping. A good little nosebleed. Oh yeah. I'm fucking sick of you passive aggressive little out there. I'm gonna make you motherfuckers bleed. And you know what? You're probably gonna like it. Fucking prude suckers out there. You arrogant fucking pricks with your money. I don't give a shit how much fucking money you have. You still bleed red, motherfucker. Yeah, when I vent, I don't give a who I piss off. I don't care if I get in trouble. I don't give a I need to get it out. I don't care. I don't care who's around. I don't give a shit. TikTok, in person, when I'm pissed off, I let a motherfucker know. When somebody annoys me, I let a motherfucker know. When anything that just rubs me the wrong way, I let a motherfucker know. You. Hey, sorry for all my fans out there, but I have to vent a little bit. These prude fucking douchebags out there, you know, that hate weed even though it's legal just like alcohol. You know, you can show alcohol all you want on TikTok, but the second you show, you know, your account gets banned. So these prude pieces of shit out there, I hate them. I hate all of them. I come across them in public and I make sure that they know I hate them. Ooh, it's bad too. It's a good fuck you yelling match. Ooh, I hate prudes. I hate fucking prudes. That's what's wrong with this country, are the prude pieces of shit out there. You know, and they usually have money too. Fuck douchebags. Those boomers too. Those people have turned into prude pieces of shit too. I fucking hate people. Ooh. And who the are you idiots that are just kissing the boomers' asses? I mean, the boomers are telling these shitty ass jokes, and you idiots, you younger dumb shits are like laughing at their jokes going, hee 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 hee. You know what you're doing? You're turning that piece of shit boomer into a spoiled little child. Because now he thinks he's funny. Now she thinks she's cool. You know, you idiots out there that are respectful to your elders, you're not being respectful. You're kissing their ass. And you're turning these idiot boomers into these arrogant children who think they're funny and witty, you know, and you guys are just keep on going, you know, you're just trying to be nice. You're being an idiot.
This dude is 45 years old. Keep that in mind. He's sitting here ranting about boomers and how old they are and how they're prudes, and he's 45 years old. The only difference between him and somebody who's in Gen X is that he thinks that he's younger in his mind, right? He feels younger, but in reality, he's a Gen X. Like, that's it, dude. You're pretty old. You're 45 years old, dog. You might not be a boomer, but you're definitely pretty fucking close. To you, somebody that's being prude is somebody who's telling you that you can't smoke vapes in public parks with minors, you know what I mean? That you can't just like meet them in malls and trade vapes. That's somebody who's a prude to you. I'd probably be seen as a prude to you. But I smoke and I really don't care. The thing is that once you get minors involved, obviously that's an issue, dog. But besides that, your whole motto to life is being some lazy dude who smokes all day and sits on his ass, you know what I mean? That's like your whole motto. The only reason that you're fit is because, you know, you got to move around all the time. I'm sure that you do work out, but other than that, you don't have any drive to actually like work hard or pursue anything. And that's definitely something that's important to have in life. Not everything is about like how cut you are, how many push-ups you can do, or like, you know, how much you can smoke or how many blinkers you can take, you know what I mean? That's some shit that like a teenager would be into, which makes sense. That's like your target audience, right? You're trying to like get their attention by presenting yourself as somebody who's cool, and you know, you only care about the things that really matter in life, and that's being hard and taking blinkers. But in reality, any adult that watches your channel thinks that you're a loser, dude. You're a 45-year-old sitting around chilling with a bunch of high schoolers. In reality, if you boil that down, you're just a weirdo loser. Straight up definition of a degenerate, dog. Somebody who just sits there on his ass, doesn't want to work, and expects things to get handed to him, right? That's you. You're a degenerate, dog. You do these weird, scummy things and then you try to justify it in your mind. So before we end this video, folks, I wanted to talk about one of the most important aspects to this dude, and that's that he'll be at random places at random times in public meeting up with these minors, right? He'll be at like a mall, or he'll be at a public park, or, you know, he'll be somewhere where they can meet him and he'll say that he's there. And what he does is he sits in these places and straight up just hits his vape pen out in the open. Most recently, this resulted in homie getting kicked out of the library, probably because he drew a lot of attention to himself recording videos in the library. You've probably seen him a couple times doing it. Those are the videos where he's whispering. He was probably recording a bunch of videos trying to hit his vape pen, thinking that he's slick, and then the security guard caught on and obviously he got kicked out. And that's probably going to be the case most of the time when he does things like this, especially if he's bringing a bunch of minors into the establishment to vape. You know what I mean? You can't just go up in malls, and you can't just go up in establishments, you know, public libraries, and just start like vaping. It's kind of crazy, dog. You're 45 years old. You should understand this by now. And it makes it harder for like regular homeless people that aren't taking blinkers, that aren't smoking vapes in these places, that now kind of, you know, have that reputation. And it's like, if we let somebody in here, they might be fucking around and doing some kind of drugs out in the open. I mean, shit, even if he was just sneaking a couple of hits, I wouldn't care. But this dude is sitting there constantly all day, hitting his vape pen. And like I said, inviting minors to come, or his fans as he likes to call them, to meet him and, you know, to just cause more havoc in these places.
I'm at Meadowwood Mall. Come by and say hi. I love it when fans come up to me and let me hit their vape. Not the nicotine, not the geek bar. I'm talking about THC. I'll even blink it for you. You can even record me blinking it. I'm starting to get popular now. I might have to hire security. Who knows? It's a lot to handle. I got it though. I'm good. Apparently, I'm getting too popular because I'm taking blinkers in the library and I got in trouble. But you know, I was getting a little too comfortable. You know, you don't want to get too comfortable. And the security guard there, the guy, he has arms as thick as my leg, like literally my leg against his arm. His arm's bigger. He was cool, he gave me a warning. I really respect warnings, you know, because there's a lot of no tolerance, zero tolerance out there, you know. So one warning, I respect the one warning. And no more blinkers in the library. I really appreciate all my fans out there coming to the mall, taking pictures, maybe make a video, go viral. This is really what it's all about for me. Thank you.
So I'm not going to sit here and make the claim that this dude is some kind of PDF file or he has some kind of weird sexual intentions, right? I think that he's really just trying to be cool and he's really just a loser. But either way, he has this problematic relationship with these minors that follow his account. So it doesn't matter at the end of the day. This is still a very unhealthy relationship. He shouldn't be supplying these things to these minors and they shouldn't be giving them to him. You know what I mean? Like it shouldn't be this whole exchange sort of situation where they're just like puffing and chiefing together, because at the end of the day, these are all high schoolers, and he knows that they're high schoolers, but he doesn't care. He doesn't give a fuck if minors smoke, and even more than that, he encourages it and has them smoke like right with him, you know what I mean? He literally gives it to them. He's supplying these minors. I truly believe this dude is gonna be like a top tier lolcow pretty soon. I know I say that a lot, but man, this dude is like gonna be up there. The way that his whole mind works is crazy, dude. He's homeless, but at the same time, he tries to act like he's better than everybody else. You know what I mean? It's crazy, dude. You'll sit here and talk about how people are like arrogant garbage while you're being arrogant garbage for these stupid reasons. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. You get mad and you get angry because people are prudes, but in reality, they just want what's best for the minors that are following your page. You know what I mean? There's really nothing that you can do if a minor sees your post on TikTok, right? The most that you can do is like age restrict your videos. But if they get around that, they get around that. But you do have control over encouraging it and over bringing them to like malls and shit and having them smoke with you. You have control over that. You can't just say, well, these are my fans, there's nothing I can do, because yes, there is something you can do. You're a whole ass adult. What you should do is say that there should be no underage people in the Muha mafia, and you shouldn't encourage these people to go meet you in public. That's what makes you a lolcow. But I think you guys get my point. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. That all helps out in the algorithm. If you watched all the way to the end, you're the best. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.